Good afternoon, Tomcat Nation, and welcome to this week's edition of the Tomcat Report. My name is Garret England. The women's soccer team split 2 PAC games last week. The Tomcats picked up their first PAC win of the year. Katie Candela scored the game-winning goal against Waynesburg from 30 yards out in the 70th minute on an assist by Lizzie Wilkinson. Kim Gentry made 4 saves in net in the 1-0 win. The women's volleyball team went 2-1 last week, picking up a 5-set win over La Roche and St. Vincent. Macy Jordan notched 12 kills and 7 blocks to set new career highs against La Roche. Lenora Boyer also set a career high in kills against St. Vincent, leading the Tomcat attack with 15 kills. Jenny Shelley had double-doubles in each of the 3 games last week, totaling 74 assists and 46 digs. The men's soccer team dropped 2 close conference games last week in overtime to St. Vincent and Waynesburg. Alex Green and Josh Evgene both scored Tomcat goals against Waynesburg, while Christian Conrad made 7 saves in the 3-2 double overtime loss. The men's and women's cross-country teams ran in the Lake Erie Invitational on Saturday. Summer Work led the charge for the women's team, finishing 30th overall in a time of 17 minutes, 52.88 seconds. Also for the women's team, Alexis Maris placed 75th overall in a time of 19 minutes, 14.26 seconds. For the men's team, John Clark finished in 76th place in a time of 30 minutes and 39.92 seconds, while Steven Statz placed in 89th in a time of 31 minutes and 54.30 seconds. This week's Thiel SAC Athletes of the Week are senior Jenny Shelley and sophomore Christian Conrad. So far this season, Shelley has 8 double-doubles and ranks 7th in the PAC in assists per set with 5.64. Conrad made 16 saves in 2 games for the men's soccer team. Conrad leads the PAC in saves with 81 and averages 6.23 saves per game. Coming up this week on Tuesday, the women's volleyball team will take on Grove City in the Beagley Gymnasium at 7 p.m. On Thursday, the women's tennis team will take on Bethany for Senior Day, starting at 3:30 p.m. Also on Thursday, the women's volleyball team will take on Westminster in the Beagley Gymnasium at 7 p.m. And the men's soccer team will take on Penn State Beaver in Alumni Stadium, also at 7 p.m. On Saturday, the women's volleyball team will take on W&J and Oberlin in a tri-match starting at 11 a.m. The women's tennis team will take on Thomas More at 1 p.m. The football team will head to Cleveland to take on Case Western Reserve Spartans starting at 1 p.m. Finally, the women's soccer team will host the Chatham Cougars at 2 p.m. Thank you for watching. My name is Garret England. Make sure you follow your favorite Tomcat sports teams at home and on the road by logging on to thielathletics.com and on social media at Thiel Athletics.